Welcome to Jimmy Reviews. I am Jimmy Michael, here today with another review for the people. And yes, I brought back your favorite I read the comments. Swaggy waggy, we want Megan. Oh my gosh, her hair. So I brought her back.
The hair is up though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was causing distractions. Everyone was like, oh, the hair. I'm like, no, the shoe. The shoe review. No, the hair. So today, hair's up.
Yes.
But more importantly, today we got a review for you guys. As the title says, we got the brand new Brooks Hyperion Elite 2.
Okay.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. The Hyperion one, like, it just came out.
When did it come out?
I don't know, like maybe very end of the last year. I don't think it's been a full year cycle yet.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
But this is like the marathon winning shoe. And today we have the update. So here I have the original. Now, a lot of people did not like this shoe.
Why didn't they like the shoe?
They said it was too firm, too stiff, not enough cushioning for a marathon. It didn't have that plushness, didn't have that lively feeling. And Brooks said, well, if you don't like it, we'll fix it for you. And that's what they did. And you know, I don't think this was a bad shoe. People like really rag on this shoe. I think it was just not as cushioned. It was a little on the stiffer side, but you know, for those who like that feeling, this may be a better option. But I think for the majority of people who want this type of shoe, I think they went in the right direction. So the key differences between these two shoes is pretty much a couple things. The midsole cushioning and a little bit of the outsole change. The upper, from what I can see, looks almost the exact same.
I mean, yeah, it even looks the same. I mean, the same colors, same overlay. Well, I mean, I didn't try the one, but I have the twos, and I really like the upper on it, so I'm glad they didn't change it because it felt really great.
Well, let's start with the upper. So in the upper, you have a single layer mesh, pretty simple, nothing crazy, no bells or whistles, but that's the point of the racing shoes. You don't want a lot of structure. It's meant to be light, nimble, and just get you from A to B and back to C so you can go home. You know, usually you travel to races.
Well, you know, I still have a little bit of stability here in the heel. You can kind of press it down, but it definitely has that racer upper where it's really thin. You got that thin tongue, you got that just a little bit of cushioning around the heel, not very much, and just, yeah, overall very light.
Yeah, and I think we said in another review, but Brooks, they have to fit.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I hate admitting it.
It fit really nice. Like right out the box, it just hugged my foot.
There's no breaking period. Like the toe box is wide enough, the midfoot's snug, and the heels, it's locked in. I mean, whatever they're doing with this whole fitting process, they have it on lock.
I thought it had a very similar fit to like the feel upper of like the Brooks Ghost or the Hyperion Tempo. It's just my foot enjoyed being in it.
Other than that, I mean, the upper is pretty simple. It kind of is what it is at that point, but it's light. It works for a racing style shoe. I have no complaints. If you have complaints, do you have anything about the upper that you want to criticize?
Nope.
Nope.
I like the laces where they have the little notches in them. It gives it a, you know, it just kind of ties better.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't like, you know, untie itself when you're racing, because the last thing you want in a race is for the laces to, you know, it goes your 2-hour marathon. That's why I can't break it. My laces are always going down.
Oh, is that the reason?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty much.
Darn
But
it.
the main reason why you want to upgrade to this shoe is going to be the midsole cushioning. So the original had a midsole material called DNA 0. And, you know, it was a good attempt. It was something different. They wanted to, you know, give the people what they wanted, but it turned out the people didn't want it. But you know what the people did want? They wanted DNA Flash. And do you know a shoe that has DNA Flash that people seem to like a lot?
Which one?
It's one called the Hyperion Tempo. It's
Ooh.
like, oh, I have it right here.
I like that shoe.
Now this shoe, and we both agree, this midsole material, this nitrogen-based midsole concoction they made up, it's amazing.
It's nice.
It's cushioned, it's springy, it's light, it's durable. it's consistent throughout the runs. It didn't like lose the feel. It's great.
It is great.
This is the best midsole material that Brooks has ever made.
I think I agree with you on that. Yep.
So the thing is, if you have a carbon plate racing shoe, but you have an amazing midsole material in another shoe, why don't they just like combine the two best things and make one shoe? That's what they did. That is going to be your main difference between the Hyperion Elite 2. You got DNA flash throughout. And I would say compared to the first version, it is much more cushier. It is much more lively, bouncy. Everything that I like about the Hyperion Tempo, it's kind of that with more stack height and a carbon plate. If that sounds good to you, it is good. If you like more cushioning and you want that carbon plate feel, and I would say for those who like the Vaporfly, and you like that more cushion, springy out toe feel, this feels a lot like a Vaporfly. There's not many shoes that feel like a Vaporfly. Some shoes go with the lower stack height feel, like the Meta Racer and the Adi Zero Pro. This is much more of a Vaporfly feel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that feel, and this is a much better fit than I feel like than most of the carbon plate shoes out there, I think you can't go wrong.
I'd say it definitely has a very similar feel to the Endorphin Pro.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think a little more cushioned.
Yeah.
A little more of that squishy, compressive
squish.
feeling.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely, those shoes are kind of in their own like side of the carbon plate spectrum as far as cushioning. Like the Endorphin Pro, Hyperion Elite 2, and Vaporfly are definitely on that end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, more of a cushion carbon plate racing shoe. So how does it feel when you're running?
I mean, it feels pretty good. It feels like a squishy, bouncy shoe. You know, you get a good, nice roll off the toes, good energy return, feels good around the foot. You know, it's another carbon-plated shoe.
So yes, it has that propulsion. It has what they call the rapid roll-off. It's kind of similar to what Saucony is doing with their, that rolling sensation. I feel like a lot of people are doing like the Hoka thing now. Call it different things, but it rocks. So because the shoe is stiff, it's stack height and carbon plates in there, the shoe won't be able to flex naturally. So that roll-off really does help with transition.
Yeah, they have to, unless you're just going to be feeling like you're running on bricks if there's no roll-off.
Yeah, we don't want the New Balance more.
That's mean.
But the next one's better.
Okay.
The first one was not it. They work well on hard surfaces. Once you get on the gravel, something with more give, a softer surface, it kind of starts working in a wonky way.
I find then you're almost fighting the shoe because this is a spring and you kind of need a hard surface to kind of spring off of. But when you have that softer surface, then you're fighting with all the cushioning.
So definitely a road racing shoe. Nothing you want on the grass, nothing you want on soft surfaces. People will use them how they want. You'll see them on the track, I'm sure. But as far as what it was made for, straight lines, not a lot of turns. The other difference you see visually between the two is the difference between the heel. On the Hyperion Elite 1, you kind of had like a standard heel, kind of heel cup down to the midsole. Here they kind of cut that off a little bit towards the heel. And I think this is very interesting because, a lot of people say, don't heel strike, right? So I'm like, all right, well, it makes sense that it's not there because, why would you want a heel strike? But then Nike, has a very, extended heel.
Ah, yeah.
And I'm like, is it for heel strikers?
Huh.
So I just think it's funny
It's
that,
kind of like the complete opposite there.
Yeah, because, you don't want a heel strike, but then, anyway.
I mean, it does have a little bit of a
little
lip
extension.
right there.
Little lip. But
What was that again?
But yeah, I didn't feel any issue as far as coming off the heel. I feel like you're not gonna fall backwards or anything weird. It's more of an aesthetic. Maybe they did to cut off some more foam.
Maybe it's that roll off.
The roll off. Maybe it's the roll off. But I didn't notice anything funky about it. It kind of just worked the way it felt, and that was good.
Yep.
Next big thing is the outsole. The outsole's a little bit different in design.
So you have the rubber in the places where you're most likely going to be striking the ground. So, just to kind of protect the shoe a little bit more and give you a couple more miles on it.
Yeah. And I think what makes this shoe so special is that because of DNA Flash and its characteristics, it's gonna last longer. The first one, and this is crazy because I remember being at the running event and I asked Brooks, how long does the shoe, speaking about the Elite 1, should last? And they told me, verbatim, about 50 miles. This one will last you longer than 50 miles, I promise.
50 miles, that's like 2 easy runs and then your marathon. A little bit.
Don't warm up in your shoes and don't cool down with them.
Yeah.
You race, you take the shoes off.
Yeah, but with these ones, with the 2s, you can actually get some training in them.
Yes, so good training alternative if you like carbon plate shoes for training. I think this is definitely going to be one that will last longer. Yes, I think Brooks is doing exciting stuff. I'm liking what they're doing. I can't figure out anything that I would say to change. I feel like for the purpose of what this shoe is trying to do, it's high cushioning. The midsole is amazing. I love it in this shoe. This is, up to this point, still one of my favorite shoes so far this year. So
same here.
Take this shoe and just add a plate, add more stack height. I kind of feel like it's just nothing really terrible about the shoe.
You know, I just noticed this one has a little baby lip.
So yeah, I kind of feel like if you're all Brooks, this is a nasty 1-2 combination. This is like training, race your half marathon, full marathons. What would be the range that you would use this shoe in as far as like distance for a race?
For a race, if I had both of these, I'd probably use this up to the 10K and then this half marathon and marathon.
Yeah, for me, this would be, the tempo could go anywhere from 5K, 10K. I would say up to a half marathon I would use it in. And I think if you're not into the plate, it can definitely go to a full marathon. It's a pretty good cushion shoe while still being responsive. But if you're definitely like going for like every piece of that carbon plate action, then obviously this is the way to go. And I would think overall as a shoe, this is better than the one in every single way.
I mean, it's a quality shoe. I did enjoy running in it. The fit was just really nice. The bounce was good. The carbon plate was carbon platey.
For me personally, I really feel like this is like probably one of the best Vaporfly alternatives out there. I feel like if you like the Vaporfly, you'll definitely like this shoe. I can't see why you wouldn't. I believe this is an 8mm drop. Highly cushioned. Nice bounce to it.
Yeah.
Maybe the looks.
You know, bright midsole and then like mono-colored upper. I like that. I think it's a nice look. So I give 2 thumbs up on both of these as far as looks go. Stylish. Styling.
Styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying. There's Ric Flair. You know who Ric Flair is? Comment down below if you know who Ric Flair is.
Oh, okay. You know, let me just say some famous actor and you'll be like, who?
Because I don't watch movies.
Okay. I don't. Styling, profiling.
Limousine riding, jet flying.
Limousine riding, jet flying.
All right, guys. Well, that is our review on the Brooks Hyperion Elite 2. The shoe is out. It is out today. So if you want to try the shoe, please use our links down below. It helps the channel out a little bit. So, if you appreciate our channel, just help your boy out because we try to make this a full-time thing. And I've been putting out videos like, I don't know. My goal was to do 2 videos a week, but I feel like this last 6 days been back to back to back to back to back.
Work it.
So leave a boy a like and keep me motivated because, we're going hard in the paint.
I know that reference because you told me about it.
And as always, you can follow Megan on her Instagram. We'll put it right there. And of course, you can follow me if you like. And yeah, we'll be doing some more reviews, something different. We're doing Foodie Fridays. And then you're also doing a quick little swimsuit from Prana review. So we'll be there.
Fancy dancy.
Yes, that'll be on your Instagram.
I've always wanted to say that I was a swimsuit model.
Facts, me too.
Now we get to.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait until I get my abs.
Okay.
They're still being sent to Amazon Prime.
Still on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Just grab a 6-pack from the store.
Facts. So yeah, subscribe, like, and as always, be sure to stay in school. Do not do drugs. And if you can,
keep it tight.
It's hard. Everyone says to let you do it.
Yep.
So.
Woo!